Welcome. Tonight, a story about intrigue, desire, lies, trust, deception, lust. Yes, I'm talking about the Bayloaf 4.
Bayloaf 4. Secrets. The documentary.
2010 was a spectacular year for the Bayloaf 4. I was able to sit down and speak with them about how great this year really was. In your opinion, how was the Bayloaf 4 formed?
Well, I think it's when I just moved in the ward and I had all the equipment. I think that's when it really formed.
They wanted an awesome drummer back in the day. It was a while ago. It feels like years. It was probably just weeks ago. There was this producer in town. His name was I can't remember his name. I think it was BJ. Yeah, BJ.
Well, it took me about 4 years to create the supergroup called the Bayloaf 4. I went in and handpicked musicians from different parts of the world known for their prowess in certain instrumentation.
Either Jake bugging me or me bugging Jake for 2 or 3 years trying to get Chris to buy a drum kit.
And I found Kelly in the slums of Zimbabwe.
He was in town and wanted to put a band together. I don't know if producers do that, but that's what this guy was doing. And he wanted me to play the drums. Anyways, long story short, I was going to be the drummer. And the guy, BJ, he didn't have enough equipment. And then this other drummer guy, he's okay. I think I could be better, do better, and better.
Chris Cox was actually peddling dope in inner city New York.
Then it all happened when Kyle showed up and had all the stuff, and magic happened.
And Kyle Jensen was in the adult film industry.
It was 4, Bayloaf 4, then it became 5, but we kept the name Bayloaf 4.
Clever. Though now covered in snow, this location is where the Bayloaf 4 performed their very first concert. I asked them their feelings about this first monumentous concert. So explain to me your feelings at the first show, the 4th of July Spectacular.
My feelings were, it would have went better, I think, had our pyrotechnics guy got under control of the rocket launch. He had a countdown, and who doesn't have a countdown and then the rocket not launch?
The anxiety of the cops showing up and shutting us down, and the anger over some freak show in the neighborhood who probably was invited to the party but didn't show up and decided to call the police.
It was just an unbelievable show. There was like 20,000 people there or something. I don't even know. People were screaming. It was so much fun. It's memories.
Pure elation.
And you stand in a circle before the show and do a little, you goose each other and things of that nature. Some enjoy it more than others, but it was a good experience all in all. I got out, filled the crowd.
I do remember laughing that we were playing the show and there were 20 or 30 small children running around, jumping around in front of us and forming their own little mosh pit.
For me personally, I was a little nervous, and my mom was there, my mom, and she said I needed to work on my stage presence, whatever that means. But I thought I did a pretty good job. I thought it was good.
Soon after their first show, the Bayloaf 4 opted to add a new member to the band. His name, Clint McIntosh. What were your emotions on Clint joining the band?
Clint's in the band?
He's in the band?
Who's Clint? Oh, you mean the guy that plays the keyboard?
Right.
Keyboard.
Well, I've been struggling for years to figure out a way to get closer to Clint. So it was kind of a, kind of a godsend, I would say, something that even answered prayers. I don't know if you'd go that far, but
What were your emotions on joining the band?
They were high. Really, really high.
Really high emotions?
Well,
high in what?
Well, I smoked a lot of weed before I joined the band. So I was high, which means my emotions were high while I was high.
So technically you said yes, without really knowing you said yes.
Pretty much. I had no idea what was going on at the moment. It was interesting that they asked me, but I didn't ever think it would go this far.
He's grown on me, you know. There's a lot of things that grow on me, but
I don't know, I just see that guy texting on his phone.
I don't even think he's here. Like, I think when he comes to the shows, I just tune him out and think we only have 4 members still.
we may, if he becomes legit, we'll change our name to Bayloaf 5. Until then, it's just Bayloaf 4.
but seriously, I've always wanted to play in a band with a keyboardist and never been able to, so it was really fun to have him come and play, sing, talk on his phone, stuff like that. It's pretty awesome.
It was a warm summer's night. The Bayloaf 4 decided to play a concert in a park. This park, to be exact. This park was a great park to play. Those that were there, their lives were changed forever. One life that was changed forever was Jake Allen's. For he decided to shave a mohawk in his hair. A mohawk that would go down in history forever. How did you feel about Jake's crooked mohawk?
I felt that he should probably have had somebody else do the mohawk. I didn't believe it was a good idea for him to shave his own head, to be honest with you.
I thought it looked absolutely dirty and horrible, but that's the part about being a rock star.
Well, the first time I saw it, I thought it was pretty awesome. It goes well with his big ears, big crooked ears. So I thought it balanced him.
Well, I figured that was quite the commitment. I was proud to know him, proud to know somebody who had attempted such a thing. Not saying that he succeeded, but it was pretty sweet.
Then I thought he should at least had his wife cut it for him. But for some reason she refused. Seriously. The wife should support the husbands in the band.
Told them in advance to never have you ask me that question.
Jealousy. The green-eyed monster. Jealousy has always been a problem with the Bayloaf 4. I sat down and discussed this issue with each and every one of them. Who is your favorite member of the Bayloaf 4?
I had to say the drummer. The drummer's, he's pretty good. I think he's the one that keeps the members all on the straight and narrow path, definitely.
Just like high school, when I spent a lot of time with myself.
There's been so much drama in the band anyways, and then to ask a question that would create more division in the band, I don't know. I think that's an appropriate question.
Well, it wouldn't be the person who came up with the name of the band. What else would it not be?
Maybe the bassist. Actually, the bassist is pretty solid too.
When we took pictures of Kyle pointing at his junk, he became my favorite at that point.
I don't know. I think actually my favorite member is this Telecaster right here that just happened to be sitting in Kyle's basement and showed up and became a part of me.
But before that, it was Jake, because I work for Jake, and I don't dare say anything other than that. So
My favorite, person is Bayloaf 4, which is the band. It's just one person. So I just love them all.
Lovely, lovely. As the Bayloaf 4's popularity has grown, so has its members. I asked them each individually, who would be the next great Bayloaf 4ian? Who would you add as the next member of the Bayloaf 4?
I don't want to add anybody. I want to get rid of a few of them.
when I came in tonight for this interview, there was a child screaming in the background. and he had a lot of lung power behind his voice. I felt that he should probably be the next member of the band. So
Right.
I don't know if he should do backups. I think he should do leads. So we'll let Jake decide, what he wants to do there.
I think we need a girl in the band. I mean, I think we rock as a guys band, but I think it'd be nice to have a girl to balance. Somebody that likes can bring some diversity to the band. Maybe even balance out our genre of music because it's so specific. Yeah.
Well, if I had my dream, it would be Meatloaf. I'm not sure if he's going to be available or not, but other than that, I think Shay Taylor would be a good dancer. He could be kind of a backup dancer.
And so I probably think somebody that likes Michael Jackson to balance out our lead singer as well. So I'm thinking maybe somebody like that Taylor girl. I hear she sings pretty good, and she's got some good taste.
Maybe that, what's that bald Asian guy's name in our ward? I think he'd be a good guy to join the band.
Probably the pinnacle of the 2010 Bayloaf 4 tour was Macy's grocery store. Okay, I've got one word for you. Macy's. How great was that?
Macy's. Macy's was awesome. I was text messaging the whole time, so I can't really remember what we were doing. But
Were you high at that time as well?
I was sober.
Well, that was unbelievable. There's kids screaming, and we're just throwing out all kind of prizes, and the crowd it was so much fun. We had a good time, and we made tons of money, so made it even better.
That was our, Doug Wright. Come on. I mean, when you get a man of his status announcing Bayloaf 4, I mean, I think you've arrived. You've reached the top.
The best part of the Macy's show, the first Macy's show, was kicking into the lead solo of Take It Easy and the crowd going wild and me getting the rush that they were cheering for me, and then realizing it was because Clint was throwing free candy bars out into the audience and someone had fallen down and their costume fallen off or something like that. But I'm always going to think they're cheering for me.
And then Kelly was phenomenal. He's really good with the guitar. I really wanted him to show some more skin, like take off like a couple of particles of clothing, but he doesn't do that stuff anymore like he used to. So, but outside of that, the money was good, yeah, and the chicken was good, and
To see Clint throw out chips for 3 hours straight, never playing a note on the piano. It was amazing. I mean, how do you go and be in a band and play a concert and not play your instrument once? I mean, I think that exemplifies the Bayloaf 4.
Pure talent. Childhood dreams begin in swings. Now, what does that have to do with the Bayloaf 4? I really don't know. I asked the Bayloaf 4 members what they want to accomplish in the next 20 years. Or where do you see the Bayloaf 4 in 20 years?
20 years, assuming our livers last that long.
Let's see. I think by 20 years, we'll be on our 19th world tour. People will start speculating that maybe we're too old, maybe we're has-beens, maybe we've played Stray Cat Scrub one too many times, but I think we'll just be having a great time.
In 20 years, I think we'll be on our 20th anniversary, just touring the States and play a few shows overseas, and we'll just have tons of fans and selling out arenas everywhere.
Again, it goes back to the money. It does, doesn't
We'll
it?
be really old, but we'll still be rocking.
Great.
Especially Kelly. He's going to be like 65 then, I think, something like that.
on the cover of Rolling Stones magazine.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
no hesitation in that. I believe strongly that we are going places in the world today. The economy is kind of tough, so the promoters that normally would have been calling us right now aren't calling us, but I believe that they'll be calling us very soon. So.
Kiss was at the Winter Olympics 2002, so I'm assuming, if my math's right, 2027. We probably could do we could probably open for the Winter Olympics then, I'm assuming.
I think the Bayloaf 4 in 20 years will probably, well, we won't be playing because 2 of us will be dead.
Which 2 are you talking about?
Chris will be dead and Kelly will be dead.
Now,
Kyle and I will still play, but we'll be under a new band name called The Awesome Twosome.
now as far
Or
as I
it's
know,
better with 2.
It's better with 2. Okay, but aren't you the one with the heart problem?
It's better with 2.
There you have it. 2010 was a spectacular year for the Bayloaf 4. What will the future bring? Only time will tell. One thing we know for sure is that the Bayloaf 4 will go down in rock history forever. Thank you for joining me with Behind the Band, where I went behind the band. Not behind of the band, just behind the band. This is Fiona Pennybottom, signing off. See you next week.
Bayloaf 4 Secret.